Something from Nothing, Ep.2, SFN talk. I just finished my morning cardio and crushed our 5:30 a.m. wake up. Felt super alive this morning. It's not always like that, but it was one of those days. And I had a lot on my mind during my cardio and when I was doing my abs this morning. So it's a lot easier for me to, talk about how I feel and take my internal struggles and talk about them externally, when I'm in that flow state, when I've gotten up. I get up every morning, but, after I've completed everything that I need to, it's 8 o'clock right now. And, it's 2.5 hours since I woke up and I've gotten so many things done. And the theme of this week has been just, where am I messing up and what do I need to do to get better every day? The whole 1% be better every day. And, I've got a lot of responsibilities that I'm requiring of myself. And this week it's just been a lot of having to do what I've got to do no matter how I feel. And that's what, is beginning to separate me mentally from, I'm not even going to say anyone else, because the only person that you should be comparing yourself to is you. So I've just been competing against myself, Michael last week, Michael 2 weeks ago, and seeing a phenomenal growth every single day. And that's what is pushing me. Some of you guys are reaching out to me, for the few of you that watch these videos all the way through. There is a few of you. But, y'all reaching out to me and telling me that what I'm doing is really pushing them. It's really inspiring them. And like, sometimes, I put my thoughts on here and, wonder who see them and who am I really speaking to, and who's really taking everything that I'm saying and starting to apply it to their life. So I just want to let y'all know that when you reach out to me and you say things like that, that's what keeps me going, and it keeps me accountable, and it warms my heart, and there's nothing, it makes me so happy. It makes me one of the happiest guys on the planet when even just one of you reach out to me and tell me that, the things that I'm saying and my Instagram stories, which connect with me on Instagram. Again, the link will be down the bio, or in the comments, but that's where there's, daily motivation. That's where you get to see this and hear this every single day. And it really warms my heart when I see that. But regardless, you've got to, as a man, find out what needs to be done every single day, and not just continue to just do the same things every single day. Because if you want to change, something's got to change. And that's something that has really been something that I've been telling a lot of my guys and the people that I talk to. And I always self-reflect on what I'm telling other people, because I don't want to tell anyone else something if I'm not doing it. So even at the man that I'm becoming and the man that I am right now, there's still so much that I need to do. There's so much more that I am requiring of myself. And so, one thing that's really helped me is to stop thinking about the present and who I am right now, and put myself in the shoes that I want to be 6 months from now, a year from now, and become that person now. Again, you have to become this person to be able to start doing the things, to have the things that you want in life. Because most people will think that they, if I have the money, if I have these cars, if I have these connections, then I'll start doing the thing, and then I'll become that person. And that's completely flipped around, and that's a mindset that I've had, and that's a mindset that a lot of you guys have. And that's what these videos are for, is to be able to show you that that's not going to get you anywhere in life. And the consistency of getting up every single day, no matter how I feel like it. There's some days where I get up and I'm so ready to go, and there's a lot of days where I don't. And I get up and I'm just kind of am staring off in the distance sometimes, and I'm just like, what do I got to do? But the consistency that I've required of myself has been giving me a lot of internal motivation, because I'm starting to get up, and instead of it feeling like a morning routine and things that like I have to do, it's becoming part of my life, and I just wake up just ready to do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't even check off my boxes that I wrote the night before sometimes until later, because I'm just gotten so used to getting up and just going at it and just doing it. And that is something that really is pushing me to be better and better. And as I've been consistent, and as you be consistent with yourself, you start to prioritize things more and more and more. And the things that used to seem, the things that seemed hard to you now becomes part of your life. And so you start prioritizing how to better yourself in that. For those of you that, don't go to the gym, when you go to the gym consistently, day in and day out, you start to realize that this is bettering me, right? And I'm starting to see these little results day by day, not because I'm taking big leaps, but because every single day I'm just adding a little bit, and I'm becoming better and better and better. And that's where you really start to prioritize the other things. If you go to the gym consistently day in and day out, whether that's your cardio or whether that's training, you start to prioritize your diet. If you've got a bad diet and you start going to the gym more and you start seeing those little results, those little daily wins, that's when you start to really see yourself in a different way, and you start taking the value that you see yourself, and that value just increases day by day. And that really pushes you as a person to continue to grow and to continue to become the man that you know you're supposed to be. I've had a lot of stress and a lot of things that are on my mind day in and day out, and the more that I push myself, the more that you push yourself, the more that you continue to day in and day out get the things that needs to be done, that stress begins to go away and it starts becoming joy. I say this all the time, but the morning routine, I'd say the hardest part is the minute and a half, 2 minutes that I'm under that cold shower. And that's when I have to convince myself, because a lot of this it's manipulating your own mind into becoming the man that you're supposed to be. Pain is my enemy. Comfort is my enemy. Pain is my joy. Comfort is my enemy. Pain is my joy. And when you start to manipulate yourself and you see yourself that way, no one can stop you. No one can stop you from becoming the man that you want to be. No one can stop you from getting that physique. No one can stop you from helping people change their lives, because as you start to change your life, it's began to really change the way that I think of things, because I've started to prioritize helping others and helping change everyone else's life. And I say this a lot. I've been reflecting on myself so much. Anytime I tell one of my clients what to do, if it's just to talk with someone in the gym, if it's just an old buddy that's reaching out to me and just saying, hey, Mike, what did you do in this situation? How did you change your mindset in this situation? What I'm telling them, I always, kind of relapse that conversation in my head after it's done. And I'm like, am I doing this? Or am I just being complacent with what I'm telling them? Or am I being the example? Am I leading by example? And so the more that you grow and the more that you continue to love yourself and the more that you continue to push yourself and become that man you're supposed to be, you really begin to start seeing the value in others as well and the potential that they have, because you see yourself like I seen myself, lazy, complacent, ignorant to the fact that I was a better man and that I had the potential to be a better man. And for those of you that are watching this video, for those of you that have the attention span to actually be able to sit here and watch these videos, if you have the attention span to watch this, you have the ability to change your life, because you wouldn't be watching this video. You wouldn't be at this point of this video right now if you didn't know that there was something deeper inside of you. If you didn't know that you actually had it deep down in you to become a better version of yourself. Excuse me. And that's really been the biggest thing that I'm seeing in the guys that I'm talking to, the guys that are my clients, is that as they're starting to grow and as they're starting to become better, they ask more questions. They're asking more questions than they did at the beginning, because they're seeing betterment in themselves. And when you see betterment in yourself, you start to wonder, what can I do? What can I do to be better? How can I be more of a man? And again, the consistency and the persistence to become that version of yourself, your brain starts to rewire. You know, one of my guys told me yesterday that he said he was having it was a really hard day. It was a really hard day, and he really didn't want to go to the gym that day. And unfortunately, from all the work I've been putting in, the hours I've been putting in, I was sitting at my desk last night after a really long day, really drained, and I was watching one of my YouTubes, and I was trying to find little clips to be able to, clip out and be able to post on my social media so that people, I could try to get more people to, start to think about, what they're doing, where they're at in life, and, bring them over to my videos so that they can watch them so that I can help them. And, I told them, I said, this is where it counts. And this is what we talked about a couple weeks ago. This is what we talked about getting better, about striving to become that better man, is those days where you don't feel like doing it, those days where you don't feel like you have that consistency, the days that you don't feel like you have that motivation, and you still get up and go. That's what makes you a better man. That's what continues to strive you. That's what continues to build those calluses. In the gym, you build calluses on your hand because you're consistently in there. You're consistently lifting. You're consistently getting stronger. And it's the same thing that you do with your mind. When you keep on working your mind and you keep on striving to be better, your mind starts rewiring and you start seeing things differently, and you start figuring out, well, I can do this to be better. I can do this to be better. I can do this to help this person. And back to the point I said a couple minutes ago, is that if you are bettering yourself and you see a higher version of yourself now, the people that are around you, sometimes it'll piss me off, and it'll piss you off when you see people that have potential and that aren't doing anything about it. The people that are, you see potential in them, and they continue to talk about how lazy they were that day, and they have no problem with it. I seen this thing the other day, and I was listening to it, and it was like, if you had multiple versions of yourself, how much more successful would you be? And that's been in my mind so much. It was really what was in my mind before I pressed record on this, because if there was multiple versions of you, who would you be? Would you just be more lazy? Would you just be sitting on the couch longer? Would you just be watching 10 times more TikTok? Or would you be stronger? Would you be better? Would you be more resilient? Would you be a better man? Would you make more money? Would you have more money? Would you help more people? And so that's what I've been telling myself, is like, throughout the day, if I find myself messing up or doing things that I know I shouldn't be doing, and I could be spending my time more wisely, I'm like, hey, if there was multiple versions of me, would this get me closer to my goal? It is hard. Having this mindset is difficult. But again, with consistency and with persistence, and I'll say this over and over and over, you see yourself becoming that person that you had no idea that you could become. And that is part of being a man. That is part of growing as a man. So I hope that you found some value in this video. For any of you that watched up to this point, you're a real one. You're a dog. Because with that, and if anyone doesn't believe in you, know that I believe in you. I make these videos because I believe in you. I believe that you're better. I believe that you have a better version of yourself deep inside you. Whether you already know it or no one's willing to tell you, I'll tell you, right? I'll tell you that you're a better man. I'll tell you, and I'll push you, and I'll keep that consistency of making these videos and taking the thoughts that I have externally, the struggles that I have externally or internally, I apologize, and I will express them externally, and I will show y'all what I go through. I'll show you the mindset that I have to develop in myself every single day to become this person. So if you want to see more stuff like this, throughout the day, and you love seeing this stuff, it really helps you really take mental notes down, again, connect with me on Instagram. Watch my stories. Watch my wake ups every morning. See how it's done. See the process. And hopefully more of you will reach out to me. Hopefully more of you will ask me questions, because I love it. I love it when I get asked questions. I love when people reach out to me, because it lets me know that what I'm saying and what I'm going through, the struggles that I'm having, is actually connecting with people, and it's actually pushing you to be a better man and a better person. So I love y'all. I pray that y'all kill it today, and God bless.